Hey everybody, it's Chad Warren from the adventurerchannel.com/blog, and today I'm checking out a couple things here. Okay, first off, well, just while we're got it up here, this is what do you call it? A virtual private network, meaning that the information that is transmitted by my smartphone to the server that connects to the internet through the cell phone or Wi-Fi is encrypted. So supposedly that makes it harder for people to steal your identity. So I'm learning about this. You get like 10 gig. It's free. You get 10 gigs a month. Yeah, and I haven't used these before because they slow down my internet access, but I haven't noticed that here. It seems to work fine, so I'm interested. Okay, so we'll get that out of the way. And then, in general, what I'm always working on is how to use the tool of social media to stimulate local action. I have used the tool primarily to share information that people don't want to hear about how everything is run by the Masons. Uh, it's Satanists, professional liars. This is how Rome worked. If you were the emperor, one of these Julius Caesar types of Rome, you had to worry about your wife, your children, somebody poisoning you. Everybody's doing dirty things to be rich and powerful. Surprise, surprise. And, that's why you see the Roman fasci on the dime and in the Congress. And, it's the same old thing. They just hide it. I don't know why people want to act like the banking mafia and these gangsters don't run everything, but they do. So I afflict the comfortable in that way. But what irritates me with that point of view or position on the chessboard of life is that it's just a bunch of people talking. No, nothing is done. So it's like that opposition is totally controlled by scammers like Alex Jones, who's just there to make all of us who do question authority look like jerks like him, and then to have us vote for some schmuck like Trump the Chump, who, could care less about America, though he says he's a nationalist, and he's a globalist who's buddies with Israel and is using we're going to save you money, the government money on Medicare, 17.5 billion in 5 years. Yeah, but he's going to use the government to control the pharmaceutical business. So that's not really less government, that's more government. Okay, and that's my, how I got involved in being on the internet. And then I've always tried to network market products, but have never been successful because usually you have an idea of a product that I have been interested in, but then I buy things because I'm intelligent and can weigh options and consider to do something based on whether or not I think it's a good idea. And it's usually for me being eager to try out new things, excited about the potential to progress during my lifetime, not just for myself, but for humanity, to appreciate food that's more natural, appreciate natural medicine. Okay, so this Gary Novak is why I'm on this page. He is a person that just found me probably because I was in some kind of network marketing group, and but he's not pushy. He's some nice person, it appears, who's in Ohio, and as you can see here, he appears to be a Christian. And my whole point is like, we need to value the idea of the United States, which means that we're going to be stronger if we can cooperate it because of and despite our differences. than we can if we're divided, all hating each other and only hanging out with other people just like us. So paradoxically, because I'm an only child, because I inherited money, because I've had all these opportunities to do what I thought was right and to think for myself, and to heavily critique the establishment, it's very lonely is the downside. And most people don't want to deal with the hassle that everything in reality is controversial, and that's what it takes to keep any nation, let alone America, strong. And so I want to use social media because currently it's being used by the banking gangster CIA government to manipulate us better than we're able to use the same ability to have demographic data in the hands of the common people like never before. We need to start using it to organize and find the other people that we can play with, cooperate with, have a combined fun with serious efforts. That's like America, what it's all about. But it takes individuals who can understand and go out and activate these concepts without the television telling us when to do this or that. Okay, so I'm investigating this tool called WebTalk. I haven't even really looked at it yet. It's just an attempt to get we who use social media to get away from platforms like Facebook that are owned by large corporations who don't want any competition, okay? Large corporations are who funded the Soviet revolution in Russia, right? While they, at the same time, talk about the 4th of July in America and all this. So it's a scam because all they care about are these big companies is people to sell stuff to and a captive group to sell stuff to, right? So that today when you see the Clintons talk about caring about the third world of Africa, that's a scam because really they want to use large companies to force development that doesn't allow local Africans to develop. It uses these transnational companies. These companies like General Electric don't give a damn about the United States even if they started here, right? You see what I'm saying? That's what an internationalist is. They're like, it's just somebody to screw over and rule. So, you can have this world of network marketing, which are people that do want to make money and they want to be more in control of their work and their life. And because of that, they have to rely on their strength as individuals and their ability to cooperate with others, which are the good sides of competition in the marketplace, right? Which is what companies like Amazon undermine. They want to eliminate and destroy all local business. You see what I'm saying? So I really blame the problems more on us good people who go along and don't want to deal with the hassles and the work that it takes to help each other out, help ourselves individually and help each other out. So that's what interests me about network marketing, is a way to combine like an interest in valuing and protecting nature with products that you buy. So WebTalk is some kind of a alternative social media system that is geared towards entrepreneurs. It has some kind of money incentive just to use the site. So I'll have to investigate that further to see what exactly is going on at WebTalk. But I just noticed that the way it basically works here is that, I used Gary Kovac's affiliate ID at WebTalk to join, right? So that's going to give him some kind of credit for recruiting me as a member of this social network. And he's using it to offer his product, okay? And so I am interested in the product. It is coffee that has CBD oil, which is from cannabis, but it doesn't have THC, which makes you high, and instead it offers the medical value that plant has in terms of anti-inflammation. I know, and can help, I think, with like maybe ADD. I know that it helps with strokes because it regulates the neuron communication in the brain, uh, which is how thoughts are transmitted in the brain. Anywho, that's popular enough. I think that people have heard about this. They discuss this on business channels, and people know about legal medical marijuana. Okay, so then in general, as you can see by how I'm discussing this, it's like let us learn together. I'm somebody that's good about breaking these systems down by asking questions. Like traditionally, you have people that either feel good with sales or they don't. And so I'm not really an expert in any one thing, so I'm more interested in organizing people to learn about how to budget our money. Things that I want to learn myself. I just like to do that with other people, kind of valuing our actual life, personal point of view, which that's like a Gnostic perspective, to be an individual Christian, to figure out what seems like the right thing to do from where you're at instead of being so dominated by the Bible or by the media and stuff like that. Let's figure it out. Let's be self-educated. All right. And this product, let's look at the product here. So the product I'm interested in is called Rise and Organic Fair Trade Arabica Coffee from Brazil with a rich, smooth flavor and natural low acidity. 25 milligrams of THC-free, water-soluble cannabinoids in every cup. So it's instant coffee with CBD oil. Now, here, this is what I don't like about network marketing. Basically, network marketing is like a way to make a lot of money, and unfortunately, it's typically off of people that, like myself, that are interested in trying out these things that are not available really freely in the market yet. They're new items to market. Like, I've never even heard of this CBD oil infused coffee. I was also interested in the coffee that I hate to say it, Alex Jones was selling that had mushrooms in it, and that's supposed to help with brain function. That's why there's an interest in mushrooms as a superfood or micronutrient or whatever the phrases are. Okay, so the problem with it is that the stuff too is crazy expensive. But again, I'm wanting this to be an open classroom where we're all taking turns as teacher and student learning from each other. So you get, now these are single-use packets of basically instant coffee, which is, I guess, where you brew coffee and then you take the water out of it and it turns into these crystals, which you then put in your either cold or hot coffee. And I just recently tried the cold brew coffee. I had this container of it from Kroger that sat in my food bag for 3 months, and then I finally tried it and I'm like, I like this. So I like that you have a product you can heat up or use cold, and it's portable for hiking. And, you see the connections here. Somebody that wants to try CBD coffee is likely to be somebody that wants to go backpacking and would need to put a little packet in there and that kind of a thing, and would want to find friends to share it with. So I'm using these as tools to learn ways of community organizing. Like in this example, I would be finding friends locally based on a shared interest, right? In nutrients, food, uh, trying new things, outdoors, weed, smoking weed. That's always nice. And then, you see what I'm saying? To be like an alternative to more traditional ways to be involved in your community through voting in politics or um, going to church and that kind of a thing. And learning only through academia, which is kind of controlling what you think more than helping people really learn, because like science, it becomes just as much of a religion as Christianity, because you can talk about something, science or government or corporations or business or whatever, but is the outcome matching? Is science really making the world better? I am definitely dependent on this smartphone, right? So that's something science has done, but it's obviously used more by the rich control class of corporate elites and the people above them than it's used by the people to really better our lives, I would say. And that's our fault, largely, because for science to really happen, each individual has to employ the scientific method, not just blow smoke up Neil deGrasse Tyson's ass for him talking about NASA. Okay, so you get a little drop in price here from $29.95 for 7 packets to $28.45 if you agree to have a monthly subscription. For better or worse, we're becoming used to monthly subscriptions for products like Netflix, or I pay for certain alternative media content from somebody like Tracy Twyman, who talks about the occult and how that influences Disney and stuff like that. So the question here, like the way I'm looking at this, is like I'm using this is kind of a tool to engage community through. I'm going to video these experiences and share this cooperative learning. So I just want to figure out how many people do I have to sell this product to afford my $28.45 for 7 packets a month starting out. Okay, and I don't know that information yet. I suppose it could be on here. Let me see. See what free products is. It's coming soon. If you have any information about HB Naturals or some similar type of product that you can either buy through retail or network marketing, let me know, please. Okay, here's the opportunity. Okay, so this is saying that number one, you're going to get 50% of the commissionable volume on every retail order placed on your free e-commerce website. So we'd have to know what is commissionable volume. Is that the total price of the $28.45 and I get half of that, or is there only a fraction of that is commissionable? A fast start bonus, earn up to 30% of the commissionable volume on wholesale orders placed by personally enrolled members during their first 3 months, plus qualify to earn on second and third generation. Okay, so like that's why I'm making this video, right? I haven't gone and bought this product and then I'm trying to sell it. First, I would have to find the other people that want to buy it, and I'd also have to develop a method of finding new customers that works for me, so that I can show to the people that I bring in to afford my free coffee, or else you don't have a successful business. So I would say that it's not that network marketing is a scam. It's just that it's very easy for there to be somebody who is, like a successful real estate salesperson that already has a sales experience, and they are good at recruiting a whole bunch of people into a room or web conference and presenting an opportunity, speaking well, and having the materials available. But then, does anybody that they reveal that opportunity to, are they able to duplicate that? Probably not. That's why if you want to have a successful network marketing company, you need a lot of things, but one of them would be something that is simple enough for people to duplicate. You know what I mean? Now look at Amazon for as an example. It's not a network marketing company, but I bet we've all known people that once they sign up for Amazon Prime, they're like, man, I get faster shipping, I get discounts, I get the Amazon Video. They're bragging about those opportunities to you, and they're not even really getting paid for it. You see what I'm saying? So that is simple enough for the average person to explain that offer. And like I work at a major retail store, and we have a discount debit or credit card that I offer to people. And once I changed from just, hey, do you know about this? Right? And then I said, would you like to save every time you shop here? See, I asked a question, and it was simple enough to catch their attention. And then I started using the little, there's this brochure. I put that up there, and then I had to figure out, this other brochure has a thing I scan. That's how I sell it. You see what I'm saying? If they have something that's simple enough for the cashier to figure out to present, then it's going to be successful. So, okay, so like it's saying here, you basically want this fast start. You want this to be a part of how you do it, right? I want the people that I sign up to also be able to sign up other people to make, in their first 3 months. That's how you get it really going. Okay, so this is saying, like, say you had 20 members, you could earn $525 if you have 20 members, and I guess they would be, I don't know at what level they're producing, but that's giving you a realistic figure. And then beyond, your, like, I sign up somebody and then they sign up somebody. Beyond just that, then every order underneath those people, you're getting $1 for every 50 CV order. I guess that 50 is an amount of commissionable volume. I don't think that's number of orders. It's an amount. So that's called passive income. You don't have to do anything today as long as your people are also doing something. All right, so the rest of that's just some more high pie in the sky potential. The real question is, I don't know yet how many of the other people like myself would I have to find so I can afford mine for free. That's a realistic goal for me. But again, maybe you don't want this coffee. Maybe you don't want to get involved in network marketing. But maybe you do have a topic that you're passionate about. Maybe it's homeless people, and you would like to learn how to raise money to help homeless people, whatever. So the idea is to, like, what I see a problem is in social media is that people are not really paying attention to each other. So that's the basic thing, is that not just to make money, but to be happy and to have friends and be a contributor to your community, you have to genuinely find out if I think there's probably something in most, if not all, people that I could appreciate that they do and support. Hey, you play the bassoon in the local symphony. When does that next event occur? So I can go and take my son, who is taking piano lessons and is 8 years old, and I would like him to consider, being in a band, being in a symphony, making music a part of their life. I didn't have that exposure, but I think that would be a good thing. You see what I'm saying? So Norman Vincent Peale, when you get into this whole trying to make money online or locally, you're going to encounter people telling you to be influenced by successful people, and I think it's Norman. Is it Zig Ziglar or Norman Vincent Peale? One of them is like, if you help enough other people get what they want, then they'll help you get what you want. So that's the part of the United States I do believe in. Direct, not voting, and the rest. If you can show me, now maybe locally in politics, if you could show me that I can support some cause or a candidate and that help with an issue, then I will listen to that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking for people to, because I don't like Wall Street. Wall Street is sounds good. It's letting the public be involved with money and investment in companies, but really it undermines all of us. So instead of that, I want us to use a value exchange, right? Because, artists get paid to create. You see what I'm saying? So when you really look into these things, we shouldn't have negative, I don't like math, I don't like economics. Well, you should, because, only now because I'm homeless in my truck have I gone, I need to have a budget, and I need to cook food more. All these cool things come out of these needs, cooking food. It's cheaper, fast food is weaponized food. It costs you $10 to get a meal. You can eat a ton of food at the grocery store for $10, and it's all full of poison versus I can get healthier food. You see what I'm saying? Everything's connected, but we're taught to be compartmentalized. I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I don't like social media. You can't. The internet's a waste of time, and blah blah blah. It's just stupid. People are not stupid, but they're dumbed down by consuming information and food and participating in these schemes when we should be more free, but we have to do all this work to take the place of our dependency on these middlemen. All right, so I've probably babbled on a lot, and a lot of you are like, what does this have to do with? I don't understand what you're talking about. Well, it's because I'm good at seeing the big picture, okay? Because if people continue with the same old well, I love Trump, I hate Trump. Well, here's the one thing we're allowed to talk about, whatever CNN said, or even in the alternative media. All they ever do is talk about that one thing. They just have a critical view of it. So it's no, we need to shift our energy to have more to show for what we do. So please give me your response. Whatever it is. Be honest. That's my strength, is encouraging people to value their viewpoint, right? That I've shared with you, my nuanced viewpoint, and that's what's going to break through these barriers between us that keep us all separated, lonely, depressed, poor, unhealthy. We're going to have to help each other out and find out what each other's strengths and weaknesses are and how we can cooperate. And that's why I'm looking at Web Talk and this HB Naturals, and that's why I have a blog to not just depend on Facebook. Thank you.